Hello, fellow people of the earth. I am Dre50 from Runetooncraft Productions, and welcome to a new episode of the Runescape Let's Play. Once again, I'm using the fairy ring code CIP. See? I do P. CIP. And then you get to miscellanea. Today, we're doing a quest. Once again, another quest for the royal family of miscellanea, and also Queen Elgrid of Etaseria. In this episode, we are going to solve the the endless conflict between the two empires of Etaseria and miscellanea. As you can see, I'm not wearing my kingly robes. This is no time for laundering around in solitude or castle. This is time for sorting things out. This is time to figure out whether we just lost connection from Runescape or not. Oh, there we go. This is time to figure out how to solve the conflict and to fight our way through whatever comes in our path. Sorry. So yeah, we're doing the crest of royal trouble, which if you go, as you can see, is right down here. Requirements is completion of the throne of miscellaneous. So you actually have access to the kingdom itself. Also level 40 Slayer and level 40 Agility. Good thing I had 40 agility for like another requirement. And also, you must be able to defeat a level 150 enemy. Now, the items I have with me, I have a pickaxe. You can either bring a pickaxe or you can bring 5 coal. Pretty much, you're going to be mining 5 coal from the mine back there for the quest. So you can decide between those. Just to keep my inventory a bit more empty, I decided to just bring the rune pickaxe. Also, the last boss is a snake that poisons you. So you might want to bring an anti-poison. So I just brought one of those. Normal one will do fine. A bunch of food because we find a big snake. Let's talk to not King Vargas, but Mr. Advisor Grimm, because we don't get the big monkey anymore. Has anything happened in the kingdom recently is what you're going to want to say. War will break out again. Now, oh sorry, one thing I didn't want to say, the rewards for the quest, Royal Trouble. You get 1 quest point, 20k coins, 5,000 agility, slayer, and hit points XP, and you also get increased resources from miscellanea. And the enhanced rewards you get are technically you get 5 more workers, and you also get access to some more resources that Etaseria provides. Pretty much, you're adding the kingdom of Etaseria to your list of kingdoms of this realm. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through this. All right, so go ahead and speak to Princess or Prince, however you did before. And there should be a cutscene. Let's see what happens in the cutscene. Advisor Grimm told me to talk to you about the situation in miscellanea. What's happened while I've been away?
It's terrible, my darling.
And Etaseria has managed to start a war again. It's awful that your work has been undone by such an accident. What do you mean an accident? What if my father had somebody to occupy you and we would have got bored and decided to argue with King Sigurd again? What would you suggest? Can you do that? We can't have him declaring war all the time. You would give us a chance to show off our military might. And I could finally show him that archery isn't a cowardly skill. Really, what army we could prove ourselves against the Assyrians. Astrid, I have bigger and better ideas. Better than archery, what is it? I think we should persuade our father and Queen Sigurd to marry. What are you talking about, Brand? I could ridding him. Okay, this really isn't that interesting, but we'll wait for it to finish. I'm not sure it's such a good idea. I think it will work. I quite agree. Perhaps it's an odd idea, but my darling, but since we don't have an army, we can hardly declare war. Are you sure it'll work? I trust my brother's judgment. Okay. What was that, Astrid? Okay. Yeah, kind of done with this cutscene now. This table back there. Wow. This is like a whole new room. Oh, okay, we're back. Wow. I got all the stuff that I just said right here. Wow. Alright, so now go ahead and talk to the big monkey man. Alright, so he suggests that items have been going missing, so we're going to speak to some villagers. So, the villagers we're going to want to speak to is first, well, I'm just going to kind of like cut through everything right here. This is going to go pretty fast, but that's how it's going to work. We're going to start by speaking to, here's the vegetarian stuff. Oh yeah, sorry. You want to speak to Gunhild by the herbs. Oh, actually I have to speak to one of them, so you can speak to Gunhild since she's closer. And then we can go back up to our castle, or throne room. Yes. And talk to the big monkey man that's hogging up all the space. Alright, so now we're going to go back over to Etisaria. Actually, for the first time, I'm not sure what I'm saying. But we're going to go talk to Sigrid. Alright, so go ahead and talk to Queen Sigrid. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go right outside the castle and speak to... Should be a guy around here we can speak to. By the name of Muldorf. There he is, Muldorf. Go ahead and speak to Muldorf. Oops, I didn't realize I was still... video was still on pause there. Go ahead and speak to Queen Sigrid after you speak to Muldorf. Alright, so now head back over to Miscellania. Alright, now speak to King Vargas, then speak to Advisor Grimm, and select the top option. Alright, so now I have to go to the docks of Miscellania and speak to a sailor that is there. Just try and figure out where the docks are. I believe they're actually over here. Maybe. Yeah, I think I remember them being over here. If you need some potatoes, need some wheat, need some cabbage, this is your cabbage, potato, and wheat farms of the kingdom. And you can speak to the fisherman, Frody, maybe. Actually, no, speak to the sailor right there. Now I want to go back to King Vargas, the big monkey man. So go ahead and speak to Vargas. Ask him how to get into the dungeons. Alright, now we gotta enter the dungeon, so let's go ahead and go over here. Go down the staircase. And I believe the dungeon's actually right out there. There's a guard there that we have to give a scroll to. So go ahead and run out there. Show the scroll that the king gave you to enter the dungeon to the guard. Okay, apparently I had to go through the whole thing. Okay, there we go. Then you get down here. Alright, so this is like a little town underground. You have like a store. You got a pub. Oh, general store. Is that Huck Finn? Is that Huckleberry Finn? Oh, okay. Go north a bit, and you should find a guy named Thorodin. Right over there, go ahead and speak to him. Alright, so go ahead and enter the pub for a dwarf that saw a monster. He's in here somewhere. Yep, it's Donal. So go ahead and speak to him. Okay, so now you go ahead and exit the pub, and we're gonna go ahead and go find that monster. So back where those two miners were, over here, there should be a little crevice in the wall. And if you don't have a pickaxe, go ahead and take one from the rocks. But if you do have one, oh, Runescape is frozen. Yeah, you can see there's a crevice right there. Yep, there it goes. Okay, I'm back. I just joined another world because that one's been lagging for a while. Go ahead and use the mining prop on the crevice right there. And then you can go ahead and squeeze through, and you're on the other side. Now we gotta fix this thing right here that the dwarf broke. So we gotta take 3 beams and 3 pulley beams and a rope. So we're gonna take a rope first, then go ahead and take 3 pulley beams, 2, 3. Gotta eat a lobster so I have inventory space, and then 3 beams. Okay, now I want to attach a pulley to the scaffold. Wait a minute, what? there a scaffold? Hold on. Ah, okay. Want to use the pulley beam on the broken scaffold right there. Okay. And combine a beam with a pulley. So a beam and a pulley. And combine this with a second beam to get a longer pulley beam. Attach another pulley beam to the scaffold. So when we want to use one of these beams, use it on the scaffold. Wait, no, the longer. There we go, sorry. So now I have a longer pulley beam on the scaffold. Attach another pulley beam. Use a rope on the scaffold. And then use a beam on the platform. Hold on. There we go, okay. Then you want to use the beam on the platform. Hold on. Yeah, now you want to use the rope on the scaffold. I did this in the wrong order, that's why. Rope on the scaffold. That on the platform. And then you want to take the engine and use it on the platform. No. Use it on the engine platform. Alright. Now I want to mine 5 coal. I want to add the 5 coal that we've mined to the engine. When a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and it's working. Look at the engine move. Then you want to go ahead and use the lift. Wait a minute, what? Oh wait, hold on. No, we need to go down quick. We need to go ahead and, before we go up there, take another rope and go up the repaired lift. Okay. Then we can take the plank here, enter the tunnel, and then go east. Okay. Use a rope of the overhanging rock to get across the river. There's already actually ropes. Oh, I have to use the rope on the rock over here, and then swing on that rope swing. Because, you know, there's only one on the other side. And you see the embers of the fire ahead. Alright. And we want to search the fire remains right here to get a burnt diary. Okay. Hold on. Let me just read through that, and then I'll do it. Alright, so these rocks are slippery, and if you want to cross them and not take damage, because sometimes you'll take damage, you'll want to use the plank on them to cross. Let me just see. If I walk across, occasionally you'll slip and take some damage, like I just did. Hey, I didn't that time. Oh boy. Went by and by. Let's search for fire remains, and every time you want to add pages to the burnt diary. There's some fire remains over here. Still a burnt diary, just with more pages. They seem to have spread out. Oh, whoops, whoops. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, watch out for the steam vents. They deal damage, evidently. Oops. Don't walk over those. Alright, more pages for the burnt diary that I, for some reason, care about, so. Alright, let's go through the cave some more. To another fire. You went to diary. You have still a burnt diary. Let me get to a crevice. Alright, now we read the burnt diary. Okay. Now once you've just gone through the pages, you should be able to go through the crevice at the end here and see a cutscene. And it ends, so gee, we could have stayed there for longer. You look like you're about to puke all over the barmaid. Funny. You better not. Okay. I mean, I guess I'll record it. We're cold and hungry now, and we're lost. Hey, I have to write down what's happened, otherwise Father won't believe me when I tell him. Besides, not like he'll even look at the rubbish you've written in your diary. If only my father would come and save us. If only someone would come and save us. Someone's coming. Well, the townspeople. What? My father's found out what we've been doing. Hey, where am I going? Where am I going to hide? Alright, Arnold, and hurry. Oh, okay. Oh, there. Don't bother me. Sorry. I said don't bother me. I've been looking. I'm being a rock at the moment. You can't be a rock. I heard you talking to people earlier. What did you hear? Your name's Arnold, isn't it? I found your diary. Give it back. Not until you tell me what's going on. Okay, isn't that interesting? I'm just gonna pause for this. Nice impression of a rock you did there, Armored. Okay, so we're gonna go through a passage with a bunch of sea snakes, hatchlings, but we're not gonna worry about those. We're just gonna go through the crevice at the end of this passage and kill a giant sea snake. Alright, so go ahead and run through this passage. We're gonna do the actual fight now, so we're gonna go through all the sea snake hatchlings that apparently aren't aggressive. So that's good. And get to the end here. There's some eggs on the ground, as it looks. Just keep running through the passage. Protect from melee will work, but as you can see, I'm out of prayer points, so hopefully I'll be alright. He's kind of sucky if I died in here. All I have is my scimitar. Oh, look, great. Oh boy. Hello, giant sea snake. Special attack. Alright. So I'm just gonna melee this thing down without prayer and see what kind of damage it does. I'll ignore this guy. I'd report him, but I'm in the middle of a battle right now. For some reason I get a lot of these. I'm not sure how they even get your username, to be honest. Ow. Stop it. Stop it. You're hitting me. Yeah, drink your anti-poison, by the way, because poison damage does a lot of damage. Ow. Is that enough to do a special attack? Yeah, it is. It didn't do anything. The scimitar special attack's really bad, actually. Oh, I guess it's alright, but it's not like the greatest thing. Almost dead. Hit. Risk it for the biscuit. There you go. Alright. And he drops raw bass and a bunch of stuff. Alright. Just take the heavy box with you, and I guess I'll just bring the raw bass. Oops, wait, what? Oh, a guard will notice you, apparently. Alright, let me report this guy. Macroing, that's, I guess. I should have said advertising, but oh well. Talk to the guard without breaking any bones. Okay, so now we're over here, so we're gonna go and talk to Queen Sigrid. And this, we actually are in, we're in Etisaria right now, so go ahead and talk to Queen Sigrid over here. Oops, almost killed a innocent villager there by misclicking. So go up the staircase, go in here, talk to the queen. Alright, now she gives you 20k, an empty box. Well, yeah, it's now empty because you took everything. And a letter, which we can read. It doesn't affect the quest at all. Here you go. Alright, so you can drop the empty box because you no longer need it. And you can, oops, I just knocked the microphone, sorry about that. Then just go back over to Miscellanea to give King Vargas the letter. So once you speak to Vargas right here, and so we'll go through all this. Okay, was this? We'll do this. Yay! 1 quest point, 20k coins, 5,000 agility, slayer, and hit points XP, and increased resources from miscellanea. Cool. And that got me 42 agility, so I went up 2 levels. And that's it. I don't really need this anymore. But yay. So now, we talk to Advisor Grimm. Alright, as you can see, we have all the stuff, teak, mahogany stuff from this place. And we got a castle over here. And we got some herbs here, some wood, and but we have some more idle people, and that's because, hold on, let me just go ahead and fix a bit here. I'm gonna put some more in wood here, and put the rest in herbs. So that's because we got the guys from Syria to come. So yeah, what I've decided to do is, in order to make money from miscellanea, you put all these guys into wood, and pretty much the rest of them can get whatever. Like, pretty much, the reason I put these into wood is because you get tons and tons of maple logs. That's not the reason, though. The reason is because birds' nests. You can get like 150 birds' nests every like 2 weeks, and yeah, I mean you can get any kind of seed of them. So you can get like magic seeds, you can get renars, and if you're lucky, you know, all depends how lucky you are. But and the herbs, you kind of can put the rest of it wherever you want. To be honest, you're gonna get money. Just from the wood. You can put everything else wherever you want it to be. Mining, I mean fishing, I don't know. I mean, you could, it really depends what resources you're going to use for yourself as well. You might not want to sell everything you get, so, and I'm probably going to use some herbs, so I thought I'd set that up. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about how much money you should put into your kingdom. What's going to happen is every time I'm just going to walk around as I'm saying this, but every time every day, or every time the kingdom takes money, which is once per day, it takes the amount that you have, and it takes, if you have 500k, it takes 50k. If you have 250k, it takes 25k. So I forget, that takes 10%. It takes 10% of whatever you put in there. So what I'm going to do is the max that it takes. If you put in 750k, it'll take 75k, and that's the max. So if you were to put in like 1 mil, it would still take 75k, and it would use that to get the most resources it could from that cash pile that you put in, and that's quite a lot of resources. If you were to say wait 2 weeks, and hold on a second, if you were to wait like 2 weeks, and just with like a mil and like 1,750,000 in there, you would end up making like, first of all, it would only take a mil, and you would have 750k left, and you'd probably end up making, once you sell the items, like 4 mil, as long as you had your kingdom set up correctly, or like you'd probably get 4 mil back, so you'd end up making like 3 mil in 2 weeks just from doing nothing. So that's the best thing ever. And that literally you have to let it sit there. Now, I wouldn't necessarily go back every day, because if you go back every day, that's going to be very tedious, because you're going to have to sell all of those items, and that's, you know, that's really quite tedious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sell a few sets of rares. I am going to have to go back every day for a while, or actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to be on a bit more recently, you know, now. So I'm going to probably put in a good 750k after I sell some of this, and I'm going to go ahead and use some money making to get the rest of it. So I'll be back once I've sold a party headset. Alright, so I managed to rummage up some 750k, and I'm going to go ahead and turn in for the night, and I'll show you what I got tomorrow, just from one day, when the kingdom uses up 75k and gets me the resources, gets me the dough. So let's go ahead and go up the staircase arena, go through the throne room door arena, and talk to Advisor Grimm. Pretty much you want to always make sure that you have at least 750k in here. So let's go ahead and withdraw the 20k I've gotten here, and then go ahead and deposit 750k. Alright. Cool. So now we have 750k in there. They're gonna use 75k of that to get the maximum amount of resources we can. And just always make sure you have that amount in there. My bank is extremely bad right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go show you that actually really quickly. My bank is so horrible right now. I don't have anything. But that's okay. I mean, I sold a fat set and didn't break even at all. I sold it for like 210k, which is really bad. It's like I sold it to an obvious merchant. I just wanted to sell it because it's pretty late and I just want to go to bed. So I just sold to a guy for 210k. He was selling them for 300k, and I was just like, maybe I have it here. I don't know. I forget. Hold on. We just change it to show friends. Nah, never mind. It's not in here. Jesus, this is a lot more stuff. I didn't even realize I did any of this. All this. Show standard. Okay. Anyway, yeah. He's a pretty funny guy, though. We had the chat. It was like, I gotta feed the kids, and he gave me 215k. So yeah, I kind of got more than he was gonna give me, but I still got complete merchanted. But that's all right. I also merchant. Shut up! These people need to stop doing this. Advertising, that's where it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at my amazing cash pile here. I also saw the nature runes that I had in my bank. I had like 300 of them. I need to make, I have a bunch of pure essence. I'm going to make all of these into nature runes and sell those. Get enough money to hold down the kingdom for, to get 750k in there every day. Of course, I have enough to put 75k in there tomorrow. But I am going to, I think I'm going to, you know, make all those nature runes, put 75k in there, make all those nature runes, and, you know, put those in there, and yeah, let's see what happens, see how much money I get. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.